Hi, my name is Quentin Crowd. I am part of the Utica Center for Science and Industry. I am a senior, and this is my capstone project. The capstone project is basically a work-based, service-based, or product-based project where you can do anything of your choice and just delve deeper into something that you would want to do or something that you're just interested in general. And for me, that was basic animation, and I kind of take a bold chance to have my final outcome be a full-on short animated film, but that wasn't my final outcome. I eventually shortened it to just a trailer with slight basic animation and all the modeling, texturing, and stuff. So for the progress I made through this project, this is the first relative scene that I had where it's all of the modeled objects, and with just modeling the objects, it took a second because I wasn't the best at modeling, and there's all these specific problems that come with each one, and it was just a relative start to what I wanted to fully come out in the end. Later through, I had a bunch of textures added to each individual item, and even added bevels and subdivision surfaces and lights and a general environment. And then the final outcome came to a full blown environment where I started the animation process of the people. I had everyone in their spots doing what they needed to be done for the animation cycle. And some of the outcome products are this scene where I have all of the multimedia army coming out of the computer since they are default Cinema 4D characters. It stands for the Mechatron- mechatronics pathway, and they're being electrocuted because engineering the engineering pathway, all of their used traps as their form of defense against each army, and specifically in this case, the mechatronics robots' defeat lies within the electric trap that the engineers made. And this is just one rendered scene of what it would look like in the end outcome. And then this is the arrow run where the multimedia default character army, half a portion of them get taken out by the mechatronics arrow trap, and this is the rendered scene of how this would look in the final. The main problems in this project was that I didn't know how grass worked, so I had a full time of learning how that worked, and this was a basic animation that I learned how to do for the general use and purpose of grass. And then another problem that I had was one of the products that the mech pathway would have was a sort of shield that came out of this ball, and it was animated to be like a blue sphere that protects them. And when transferring it over to the final product, it had a lot of problems, and I couldn't recreate it as well, and it tended to be non-translucent. So that was a problem I had. The full video in itself came out relatively well, where I had general scenes to show off each military start. Um, I had the basic animations of each individual process with at lower resolutions and without grass because render time was an issue. It usually took For each of these scenes it took about, I'd say, maybe 10 minutes to render out, but with the grass included, each scene took from a range of 20 to 30 minutes a frame. So to render out each individual scene in its full entirety, it would take days and maybe longer, depending on how long the video actually was.